Hi, this is here, and this is pretty much day 3.5 or day 3 of the build. So this is the Hollow Palm Invoker, and I'm currently level 89. Has been a pretty rough time figuring things out, but after a while I've just, as you can tell, this looks pretty smooth. It's not a juice T15, but it's still a T15 nevertheless, and it's pretty fast. And so single target is the only thing I really want to improve on, but as you can, it is not too bad. It's not that shabby. But yeah, a lot more improvement can be done, I guess. But at the same time, if you look at the budget of the build, it's not that expensive. So the total build is, or the total cost of the build is now just under 10 divs, I think, maybe about 8 or 9. And as you can, we don't have any expensive like weapons. There's no Thunder Fist, for example, which is a 7 div item and above, 8 div item and above. So everything here is pretty much obtainable, right? So I'm gonna talk about how the build works, core functions and core mechanics, and generally how it plays. So your primary gameplay loop is to do one of 3 things. Either you drop Frozen Locust, you hit with Ice Strike, or you drop a bell. Locust is your primary single target, AoE clear. That's for your mapping. You notice I will drop it and instantly burst it once in a while just to pop packs. Damage is really good on this, but yeah, it's also possible that you pop this, like you drop it and a mob runs over it and causes it to blow up, and that will lower your DPS because you don't get to pop it yourself and you don't get to wait the 0.5. So ideally you want to be able to drop it when there's nothing around in that area, so you can turn around if there's an empty space there, you drop it and then you blow it up. And that creates this AoE. See this AoE, this size, and that AoE, that size, does pretty sizable amount of damage. So the explosion right now is about 26 to 30k per pop, which is really nice. And the AoE pretty much helps you to set off Herald Ice, right? Because it freezes pretty easily. So for Frozen Locust has a what's the term for it? More freeze build up, 50% more freeze build up. Yeah. All right. When do you drop Bell? So Bell is mainly for single target where you notice that this isn't doing much damage. You can also use this combo to kill stuff like rares. Sometimes you see I do this and the rares, half the rares health is gone, especially because of it blows up like the rest of the packs around it with Herald Ice. But if, for example, your single target is lacking, you're gonna drop Tempest Bell. You're just gonna right click, Ice Strike, and drop and just spam Tempest Bell as you do that. So yeah, that's the 3 ways you play this. Tempest Bell is also used for Leech because it does primarily physical damage. So let's say, for example, there's large packs and you need sustain, you drop Tempest Bell and you just do this combo as well in the middle of the Tempest Bell, and generally the Tempest Bell would blow up over time. And then you can drop another one. So this is mostly for, is also for Leech. Alright, now do you know the combinations that you use? Let's cover the itemization and the build, or the skills and the links. So itemization, you don't need any weapons. You actually don't have a weapon swap. So this makes it a really cheap build. You don't have any weapons you need to pay for. So primarily the cost of this build is in your chest and your helm. These are the 2 most expensive items that you have to put folk money out for. But you can kind of snipe for cheaper. Like for example, you can get a 300 ES helm and you can get a 2k evasion rating chest, right? If you really are on a budget. In my case here, I bought this for 2 divs and I bought this one for about 2 divs as well. So very cheap overall. I think I bought this for 2 divs. It had another suffix and I crafted it. So yeah. Anyway, or an empty suffix and I crafted it. So yeah, 2 divs for this. So this is where your majority of budget is going to go to. For your rings, try to snipe them cheap, 10, 15C, 20C, as much as possible, using them to fix resistances primarily. If you have resistance fix, do look for Leech on both rings, either Life Leech or Mana Leech. Amulet is somewhat expensive as well. Around 1 div. You need the +3 level of melee skills. You will define them pretty easily if you pay 1 div for it. You can try to snipe one as well. People tend to misprice this a lot. But yeah. Belt is less than 20C as well. 20 X. Sorry, did I say it's C for these? These are X. So 15X. 15E, sorry. Let's just say 15E. 15 to 20E for the rings each. Less than 20E for the belt. Less than 20E for the boots. And less than 20E for the braces. So in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be 1 div. This is another div, so there's 2 divs. And this is another 2 divs and 2 divs, so 6 divs. Right, so then you'll be asking where the other 2 divs are going to, and the answer is not your skills. And because I'm not using a 6 link, I have no 6 links at all because they're just too expensive. I mean, I've picked up 2 perfect, all right. I picked up 2 perfect jewelers, right? So you see, my total spend is like 8 divs, so that's the cost of the build, right? So I've picked up 2 perfect jewelers and I've sold them for 1 div each, so that's 8 div total. Reason why I didn't put 6 link, it's just not worth it for 1 div for me. Eventually I will get there as I build up more currency, but for now it's not important. Alright, so where did the remaining 2 divs go to? Alright, so the remaining 2 divs goes to mostly your gems, right? You have to buy a couple of level 19s. So these are 19s. They are about, I think 10, less than 10 E right now, less than 10 exalts right now. So you should be fine. And then the other thing you need to spend currency on is the Brutus Brain. Okay, the reason why I'm moving and attacking so fast is because this companion is following me and it's pretty much unkillable, and it gives me a haste aura, and this haste aura is 25% move speed and attack speed. Really nice. I'll show you exactly where to farm this guy. You want to capture him with ideally multiple useful modifiers. I would say any auras would be useful. Temporal bubble is useful. Trail of ice. Unfortunately, all damage shocks doesn't work because he doesn't do damage anymore. But the flame walls do ignite stuff, so that helps to put ailments down on stuff and helps you to like, what's the for it? Get bonuses like this one over here. Increase damage for each type of elemental ailment on enemy. So yeah. Brutus Brain is probably 1 div. I'm not sure if it will go up or go down, but definitely get this because this being permanently alive is really good. And also because you get like damage bonuses from him being permanently alive as well. Alright, let's talk about gem links. You have Unbound Avatar, which has more skill effect duration, +1 gems. This is actually not required, I just put it there for fun. Frozen Locust has, you need quality on this. Alright, you don't need quality on this because it doesn't matter. If you want to, you can, but it's wasting money. So you have Crystalline Shots, so that implies an Impale using your cold damage. Elemental Armament, Cold Attunement, and Rage Forge. This all gives you damage. I'll show you why you use Rage Forge later, but for now, just ignore it. Just consider this as 35% more. So Ice Strike, you definitely want quality on this because it gives even more attack speed. Cold Attunement, Elemental Armament as well. Rage 3, so this is why you have Rage Forge here, is because you're going to generate a lot of rage. So supported skills grant Fire Rage on melee hit, as well as more attack speed while you are not at maximum rage. You will never be at maximum rage because you're constantly spending Frozen Locust, or spending Rage through Rage Forge on the Frozen Locust, right? So if your rage is ever max, you can always drop a Frozen Locust and pop it, and you know, that's your loop over there, your 2-button loop. Crescendo, this is for attack speed as well. Final Strike of support skills can be performed twice in succession. So you kick twice, so that increases your DPS. It doesn't stay here in the tooltip, but it increases it quite significantly because your Final Strike damage is 15k, so that is about 2.5 times, I would say, about 2.5 times your initial kicks, right? So not only you attack 15% faster and get attack 15% faster and get to the big hits. It also is like really good for popping stuff and moving mobility across the map, because you're going to be attacking through the pack and you're not just going to stand there and attack one mob at a time. Alright, Tempest Bell, you run Life Leech. This is where your Overleech is coming from on Tempest. Overabundance for more bells, you're going to drop a lot of bells. Rage Forge, same thing as this, it's also a Rage Spender, and then also for Regal's Ferocity. Oh wait, oops. Yeah, only use this on weapon set too, because you do more damage. Less attack speed doesn't really matter for you, so yeah. Is that why I dealt a little damage? I think maybe that may be why. Alright, charge stuff. This is just to prop more bells. Just extra range, a little bit of extra damage, bit of more reach. Use perpetual charge on it as well as prolonged duration. Combat Frenzy, this has charge profusion as well as precision. Wind Dancer, this has blind and support attacks maim. I'm probably going to put another thing here. I think knockback, because I have additional strength jewels to suck it in. Ghost Dance, this is to recover. I should really get Spirit. I haven't found them, so I'm not gonna buy these. I'm not gonna spend currency on them. But yeah, so Ghost Dance. So whenever you prop Ghost Shroud, you get ES back based on your evasion rating. Evasion rating is quite high, so 7% of 17k, pretty substantial. You have less skill effect duration here because you want this to recharge faster, get your shrouds faster. So this is the companion. This is your minion per se. You need 10% at least to get the spirit for all your reservations. Brewer's Brain is mandatory. Minion Mastery just for more levels. Culling Strike just in case. I mean, what else is there to put there? And Blind, because it does it still can apply Blind even though it doesn't do any damage. I actually might put Maim here. Yeah, I might put... Actually, Maim is pretty good here. Alright. Herald of Ice. This has Magnified Area for more AoE. Maybe I should put this on the Locust. If I... Anyway, never mind. Elemental Armament, Cold Attunement, and Frozen Spite. I'm not sure if Frozen Spite is helpful. I'll just put this here just to test it out. Yeah. So you notice most of my skills are all 5 links. 5 links are like really cheap now. Less than 5 exalts per 5 link. Alright, let's go into the Ascendancy. I haven't actually gotten the 4th lab yet, just because I didn't prioritize it. If I do get the 4th lab, it will be probably this. I don't think there's much else to get. I don't have 100% crit, so this is like kind of meh, right? And this is not that great, I think. So yeah, probably these two, just for more damage. Okay, you're gonna path up here and you're gonna get crit damage. You can go for these if you're not going a crit setup, but yeah, I've started pivoting the crit now because I've gone for an ES helm. So right now my crit chance is 24.5%. Not amazing, but the scaling is better than just percentage increases, so I'll take it. We also get increased damage from these nodes, which are nice too. Alright, so path up here, get the skill speed, get the increased damage nodes, get the chance of shock as well as the 5% as extra lightning. Yes, evasion is nice. Crit nodes. Down here you get mana cost reduction so that your stuff costs less mana. It's more manageable. You see I don't really have to press my mana pot, and even if I do mana siphoners, it's not as painful to deal with because I can sustain mana quite easily. Path down here for attack damage and attack speed. Go down here for more crit damage nodes. Resonance to get power charges. Down here for Hollow Palm. Up here for Spectral Ward. So this gives you ES from your evasion armor. So you want pure evasion armors, chest armors. I think they're cheaper as well. So yeah. Path down here, you get Cold Pen. There's a bit of Lightning Pen here as well, but not that much. Down here, you get Subterfuge Mask, so this works with an ES Helm. And then you get some cold pen nodes. You also run out here and get some LE damage as well as freeze buildup. I have to actually, yeah, I actually need more freeze buildup. I would like them here, but I would need to level 2 more levels. So yeah, pathing down here. Get the Dexter nodes just so you don't have to. I actually probably can. No, wait, let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think I can get rid of the nodes here if I want, and then go into here. We'll see. I'll check. So this gives me 4. Yeah. I can always add stuff elsewhere. Down here, Walker of the Wilds. So Mana Leash recovers based off elemental damage types instead of physical. So that gives you very good sustain for your attacks in maps. Mana sustain. Power down here, you get additional combo. So that allows you to spam Tempest Bell. Down here, crit damage, crit chance. Go down here for companion damage, also applies to you, as well a whole bunch of companion damage. So this is like 22% damage per node. And then you can also get like companion damage. Wait, I don't have it. Wait, is that companion damage? Yeah, companion damage as well. Pretty nice. Your companion is always alive, so this will always take effect. Or rather, your companion is in your presence is always in effect because your companion is always alive. So that's the reason why you get that Brutus support gem. Down here, you get more deflection rating as well as damage prevention with deflected hits. I'll show you my deflection later. And then you path down here, so you get cold damage with Harrow Ice, so more increased damage. Alright, res is capped. Lightning res is a little overcapped. Chaos is 26, unfortunately. It would be nice to shift some from lightning to chaos, but you know, that would mean you see, the unfortunate thing is my helm has lightning res, and this also has lightning res. And this really nice ring has lightning res, so it will be expensive for me to swap, so I didn't bother to. Evasion is at 17k, which is a 64% chance to evade. Only 1/3 of hits go through. Then you have deflection. So yeah, 57% chance to deflect, 46% damage prevented. So that's like a 25% DR overall. Pretty nice. Yeah. You know what? I might actually consider trying this out, but I'm pretty sure it hurts my deflection. Anyway, we'll see that once I do get my 4th Ascendancy. Alright, that's about it. Let me just show you how to farm the companion. This guy over here. So you're gonna go to Interlude, and you're gonna go to Kari Bazaar. Make sure you get a taming gem before you go there, otherwise you have to make the trip back or TP out, which is a pain in the ass. Okay, run this way. Take the topmost exit and run this way. Okay, so this is the doorway you're looking for. Around here, the moment you activate the checkpoint, you respawn. The reason being for this is if you kill any of the summons, what will happen is the quest, whenever you respawn, the quest would count as done. Okay, so there's these two rares. The only one you care about is Flesh Pierce. Blood Gulp does not give you a haste aura. So what they have is they have a hidden haste aura that is really strong. Only Flesh Pierce has it. Blood Gulp has a physical increased damage aura, right? So a percentage increased physical damage aura, which is not what you want. So you look at the mod here. If you don't like it, you just respawn and reset the zone. So they will reset the zone, and these two will have. Okay. I didn't do it properly. So if you see here, I accidentally probably killed a minion, and basically the zone resets. So what you do is run here as soon as possible. Once you activate it, you immediately leave and exit. You might want to desummon your other companion just in case. Yeah. So when you reset, the thing will be here, and you just keep respawning. You respawn, check. Because you have invulnerability, they will not attack you, and therefore the minions will not die. And then you just respawn and check the flash piercer over and over again until you get the combination you want. Then remember to use the capture, you know, the tame beast skill gem. Make sure that the skill gem is high enough level. Press it for about, I don't know, a couple of seconds, and then kill it, and then you should have it, right? Then put the Brutus thing on it, right? So if you want to see how much attack speed this guy gives, let me show you. Right now, Ice Strike is at 8.77 attack speed. If I were to take this away, 7.41. So it's a pretty substantial amount of attack speed, okay? So yeah, do get this. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's not much else, I think. Do I talk about in detail about some? Okay, so deflection, if you can get it on 3 pieces, which is your chest, glove, and boots, that's great. If you can't, it doesn't really matter. I think you really only need 2 pieces as at a minimum. And then plus 2 melee skills is mandatory on the glove. Same with this, plus 3 on the amulet is mandatory. You want as high as evasion as possible for more attack speed. That's on your boots, your gloves, and your chest armor. Your helm, it's mostly for subterfuge mask, so you get pretty sizable amount of ES, and you still don't lose that much evasion. But yeah, try to find one that's nice. Yeah, and that also gives you base crit, right? So you can start seeing crit. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys. I'm out. Bye.